Good afternoon, boys. For today's cricket lesson, you are going to learn how to bowl an in-swinger and an out-swinger. Please watch the video from Australia. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Hi, I'm Craig McDermott, Assistant Coach of the Australian Men's Cricket Team. I'm here to give you some pointers on normal swing bowling and reverse bowling today.
Knocked him over, what a beauty! Oh ho, back she goes, superb length. Little bit of in-swing there from McDermott, who's in great form.
If we're talking about conventional swing bowling with a new ball or a reasonably new ball, first and foremost I'd like to get the bowler to have his fingers either side of the seam so we can get a better rudder on the ball to get the back spin off the ball as it comes out of his hand. The shiny side on that side, or the kookaburra side, and the rougher side on this side to swing away from the right hand batsman. If it's a brand new ball, it really comes down to how good the bowler's wrist is, and that's something that we try and teach young fast bowlers right from the very outset of learning how to bowl fast or to bowl medium pace, and that starts with learning how to hold the ball like that and also to run in with their wrist up, which helps them to get into their load up. If you're looking at somebody like Ryan Harris, James Pattinson, Glenn McGrath, a lot of those very, very good fast bowlers have always run in with their wrist up. Brett Lee, always trying to keep their wrist and their running style in the same arm path. So when you come into your load up, everything stays in the same arm path, so that breeds consistency on how that ball is delivered at the other end, and obviously how it comes out of your wrist at the end of the day.
A bit of grass on the surface. Oh, well bowled, a bit of bat in that one. No, he's given him, he's out LBW to another one of those balls that swung back into him.
With in-swing bowling is a little bit different. Of course, sometimes bowlers like to tilt the ball in their hand a little bit. Certainly from a personal point of view, I used to just try and use my wrist. So that was my outswing and that was my in-swing. And when you're finishing off your in-swing action, not to come across your body like you do with an outswing delivery, try to come down more on the inside of your body there, so that breeds a better seam position to be able to swing the ball back in. And obviously, if you are going to swing the ball back in, you're going to start the ball on a different line, say on 5th stump line to bring the ball back in, as opposed to 4th stump line when you're trying to bowl a outswing ball to an right hand batsman.
It's beautifully bowled. Full credit to Fleming, he's got the outswinger working beautifully. He's bowled a perfect line. He does it again, got him this time, a beautiful over, superbly bowled. That is the perfect outswinger.
It's a big thing of mine is actually to get the ball up and make sure that we're bowling a very full length. And I was just talking to Simon Mackinnon training this morning actually, and he's about 6'15", and he's got to bowl a length of around about 4.2, 4.3 metres possibly to hit the stumps, and maybe a touch fuller when he's playing in Perth. So if we go back to schoolboy cricket or club cricket, around that 4.6, 4.7 metre mark is the optimum length, I think, to actually not only swing the ball, but also to enable us to hit the stumps. So that's LBWs and clean bowls and caught behinds, and that's the three most used ways we get guys out. We go from a fairly new ball or a brand new ball, and we might get to a ball that's maybe 20 or 30 overs old. You can find a ball that's actually a little bit more scuffed up on one side and still remains reasonably smooth and even shiny on one side. On some occasions, both sides look very similar, but one side is smooth and the other one gets scuffed up. It's handy if your spinner gets hit into a car park somewhere and it gets roughed up a bit quicker. But certainly when the ball gets hit into the fence, it might get thrown back into a wicket that's on the side of a first class wicket and gets scuffed up. Just general wear and tear. You try and keep that side very dry, but obviously those scuff marks help the ball reverse the other way.
Bowled him, beautiful delivery, it's definitely reverse swinging. is a beautiful ball.
The difference between in-swing and reverse swing is this: the ball is different. If I was trying to swing a ball conventionally, that shiny side would be there to a right-hand batsman to swing it that way. But if this was a reverse ball, which this ball would go very nicely as a reverse ball, mind you, it's very, very scuffed up on that side, that's going to go in the opposite direction. When the ball is reversing, whatever side the shiny side is on, the ball's going to go to that direction. Some bowlers are really suited to bowling reverse and some bowlers just aren't.
And that is a cracker. That has started, I reckon, 18 inches outside off stump.
And obviously speed is a big part of that. If you're in the low 130s and high 120s, you're still going to be able to reverse the ball, but it's almost like that the batsman can nearly almost change their bat position. So if for our test bowlers, we like our reverse bowlers certainly high 130s into the 140s if we can, and that's why Rhino and Paddo and Peter Siddle of late, and also Mitchell Johnson are good at that, because they've got the speed. Very, very important that you keep the ball dry. From my side, I used to like to look after the shining of my own cherry, I suppose, and it's making sure that you look after that ball, and that's a big part of training young fast bowlers, even at the age of 10, 11, 12 now. If they're trying to swing the ball, we need to try and actually teach them how to look after the ball. That's a very big part of a young fast bowler's learning curve.
Oh, got him! Bowled him!
One simple drill that I use with a lot of young fast bowlers in actually getting them to try and get everything in the right position is actually just walk through some paces in front of a glass sliding door, which has got a nice reflection in it, or in front of a mirror, so the young fast bowlers can understand where they need to be with their back foot position, their load up and so forth, and their follow through, so they can actually understand and get to see what's actually happening. It's just practice, 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 and making sure that those drills that they do, they practice them correctly. If you're coaching a young fast bowler, making sure that they do some good run throughs each day with a ball in their hand. It's a very difficult thing for a young bowler to learn how to run with 142 grams or 156 grams in their hand, and then get into a proper load up position. Fast bowling is built from the feet. I know I'm digressing a bit away from swing bowling at the moment, but it's about getting yourself in the right position so we can then, when we get to the end of the bowling delivery, where we get to the actual release point, we've done all the hard work early and we can use our wrist to deliver the ball to the best of our ability.
New ball is the big danger, and there it is. The new ball has done the trick. Craig McDermott, the best of the Australian bowlers, has struck again.
Okay, I hope those few general points about fast bowling, wrist position and so forth can help you out with your challenges and moving forward with your bowling in the future. I look forward to seeing some young fast bowlers take this to the nets and end up on this screen at some stage.